folks, it's that time. Time to tell Jim Mora that, yeah, we are talking about playoffs. Shout out to anyone who gets that reference. But we have now entered the postseason part of our playthrough, where 14 teams will enter, and one team will be the champion. And 13 teams will wonder what the heck happened, or how they couldn't get here. But we won't worry about those teams. We'll eliminate them as time goes on. And folks, for our very first game, we are starting out really well, because we got ourselves a good old-fashioned rivalry. No, this isn't in between divisions, but for anyone who knows their history, we know that these two teams, they don't like each other. They were rivals during my childhood, and by God, we're going to see them play it out here in the featured wildcard game for Season 3. Folks, we got a good one in the NFC brewing. As the 7th-seeded Dallas Cowboys, yes, they actually made it, believe it or not, but that's how it worked, face off against the 2-seed and the NFC West champion San Francisco 49ers. It's a special wildcard edition of Strat-O-Matic football! Yeah! Oh, we are ready to get it. Yes! Howdy, folks. Morgoth the Barbarian here, and welcome to our wildcard edition for Strat-O-Matic football playthrough. We're heading to the NFC today to have the 7th-seeded Dallas Cowboys face off against the 2-seeded 49ers. Like I said in the intro, we got 14 teams entering this tournament. Only one gets to be crowned champion. And this week, all but 2 teams will get to start their journeys. We're giving the top-seeded Chiefs and Lions the week off because they earned it, so they get to sit back and relax. In the Chiefs' case, they get to recover from some injuries, so that'll be definitely helpful for them. But for these 2 teams, meanwhile, for Dallas, they finished with a 10-7 record, just barely making it through. And, well, as the 7th seed, they were guaranteed road playoff games no matter what happens. Matter of fact, if they win, I can already tell you that they would be squared off against said Detroit team. So no matter what happens, they already have their opponent. But standing in their way is the 13-4 San Francisco 49ers, who won the West. And looking at kind of forget what happened in last season's playoffs, where I had them finish with a 15-2 record, and then they promptly were one and done. Funny how life imitates real art, apparently, because the number 1 seed in our timeline also got yeeted right from the get-go, too. So, 49ers are hoping to avoid the fate from last season. The Dallas Cowboys are looking to show up and hopefully win a title here. Although they haven't been to a conference title game since 1995, so I might have to make sure that doesn't happen, because if they make it in our playthrough, I'm going to have to do like a long apology video for making this scenario totally unrealistic. Boy. Yeah, it happens. But, anyways, we will get that matchup underway shortly here. I'll wait till the end of the video to do the, end of season, the, results for the wild card and where things stand. Long story short, as I mentioned, we got 7 seeds in each conference. 12 of them are going at it. We got Dallas facing San Fran. If Dallas wins, they go to Detroit. If San Fran wins, then they see who they can either face Washington, Tampa, or Minnesota. One of those 3 teams, depending on how the other 2 games roll out. And, of course, we'll have the AFC roll itself out off camera. In fact, I'll do a divisional round from that conference next week just to make things fair. And then, of course, we'll do the AFC and NFC title games in consecutive weeks before our Super Bowl a month from now. So, all right, folks, let's get this thing going. And you know the one important rule. Don't eliminated. So let's get this set up and let's go. All right. So we're all set up here. Now this is kind of funny how this works. The Cowboys are in the red as the away team, even though that's the Niners colors, which means the Niners are stuck with green. Okay, I mean, you're the home team, so there's that. Unfortunately, that means the Cowboys get to call this, so they're going to call evens. And they get it, and they're going to say San Fran can take the ball to start. And they'll get it to start the second half. All right, folks. Let the playoffs begin. Cowboys-Niners. Let's do this. And we're starting with a touchback right at the 25. There's only one injury to report, and it's a safety on Dallas's end defense, so really no visible injuries. So here's the Niners starting lineup in all of its glory. Brock Purdy is the quarterback for the squad. Brandon Ayuk is at the split. Christian McCaffrey is at the running back spot. George Kittle's at the tight end. We've got Kyle Juszczyk as the fullback and Deebo Samuel as the flanker. The Niners without injuries. That's weird. This game is clearly unrealistic. Speaking of which, let's start off with a 1st and 10. That's kind of unfortunate. I'll have to fix that. Just kidding. Meanwhile, McCaffrey starting us off of a 7-yard run. Yes. Okay, so that's what he's doing. First play, McCaffrey for 7. Ooh, there we go. 2nd and 3 here. Cowboys are somehow going to miss this as it turns into an end run. 10. And this end run is going to get 8 in the first. So McCaffrey gets 8. He gets the first down. I apparently need a light on in here because I can barely see. A brilliant strategy. Let's see if it works for me. All right. 1st and 10. Juwan Jennings checks in. And I'm going to throw it to him right off the bat as Dallas continues to play the pass here. 1st and 10. 3 on a flat. And that's going to go for 28 yards unless... Nope, it is going for 28. My goodness. Juwan Jennings comes in and gets 28 yards right out of the gate. 1st down. Oh, my God. This is a very good drive so far. 1st and 10. This gets missed. 5 on a flat. And it's a 9-yard gain for Deebo Samuel. All right, 2nd down. This gets missed. Cowboys think it's a run, and it's not. Oh, okay. 4 on a short. First things first, does the 13-yard pass and the injury count? They both do. Okay, so we got some complications here. All right, so the 13-yard pass play goes to... Ayuk goes on, and then on top of that, there's a personal foul penalty. So the 13-yard pass to Ayuk, and then let's do half the distance to the goal for the penalty. Ouch. That hurt. All right, so Ayuk gets his 13 yards. And remember how I said the Niners have no injuries? Yeah, did not mean to curse them. Sorry, guys. That's my fault. Because I just took out the left guard for this game and the next two. Oh, that's nice. Why would I do that? Who did I take out just now? I injured... Not the brag, by the way. Aaron Banks. Oof. Oh, poor guy. Sorry, I didn't mean to do it. My bad. All right, it's 1st and goal to go, meanwhile. 1st and goal from the 5 after the penalty and that injury. All right, this gets missed too. 10 on a flat. Incomplete. Purdy was looking for Deebo Samuel there. All right, second down and Gold at the 5. Four. Okay, what's the penalty? Does it do anything? No, so it's a touchdown! Christian McCaffrey punches it in from 5 yards out and gets the score. My goodness, what a drive from the Niners there. That was impressive. Robbie Gould won't add the extra point just yet because it's a false start. Oh, that's just nice. Okay. So now we're actually rolling on this one. Oh, that's just wonderful. Wait, is it from... No, it's from the 23, my bad. Okay. Try this again. Now it's a little bit more difficult. Now I'm rolling on that. And because of that, it's no good. So the false start cost San Fran a point. Hopefully that does not come back to haunt them as Robbie Gould shanks this extra point. Unfortunately, but nevertheless, the Niners do get an opening touchdown. That impressive drive gets capped off with a 5-yard TD run from Christian McCaffrey, and the Niners take the opening lead 6-0. Well, that was almost perfect, and then their kicker had the miss. Okay, let's hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt them in some weird way. All right, Dallas' turn to respond. They'll get it at the 25. That's there we'll start. Like I said, Dallas's lone injury is on the defense, so we won't see it. But here's their starting lineup. Dak Prescott is in at quarterback. I got Noah Brown in as the split. Ezekiel Elliott is the running back. Dalton Schultz is the blocking back. Jake Ferguson is the tight end, and CeeDee Lamb is the flanker. All right, 1st and 10, and off we go. San Fran's going to miss this. 3 on a flat, and it's a short gain for Dalton Schultz to start us off. How about 13? Okay. Not bad. Technical difficulties on my end. There we go. Dalton Schultz with a nice 13-yard gain to start us off here. 1st and 10, we're going to run it for the first time. 7 on a line buck. No gain. Yeah. 2nd and 10. San Fran's got a good run defense. 6, and that's going to get 7 yards to Jake Ferguson. Okay, so 7 for him. He gets up to the 45. Ferguson for 7. Meanwhile, we got a 3rd and 3 now. 7 on a flat, and that's going to be a first down to Noah Brown as he gets 5, and that's just enough for the first down. Excellent. All right, 1st and 10. This is going to get missed. 8 on a short that got missed. Oh, and never mind. Dak Prescott's going to get sacked for a 9-yard loss. That sucks. Not what we had in mind there, and it's the high linebacker. So, Fred Warner, congratulations, you have a sack. Oof. Not how I planned that out, but so be it. All right, 2nd and 19. This is not good. We're going to take out... Yeah, Ferguson's the one I take out. So, he's gone. Noah... Michael Gallup is in, and it's 2nd and 19. 7 on an off tackle not seen means he gets 4. Zeke Elliott, that is. Okay. 3rd and a whopping 15. Oh, this isn't good. Ten on a short. Oh, this is really bad. Interception roll, and it's 2 through 8. Oh, no. Here we go. And that's exactly what happened. Intercepted, picked off. Ugh. And it's returned for... That's not a touchdown, obviously. Just 4 yards. So the Niners will have it at the 45-yard line. Oh, how about them Cowboys? Of course. Oh, they were trying to get it to, I believe, CeeDee Lamb. No, I believe Noah Brown. Yeah, Noah Brown is who I was trying to get that to. Instead, it gets picked off by Demore Lenore. Oh, that's not good. So, yeah, that just happened, unfortunately. Dak throws an interception. What else is new? That seems like something he would do. I mean, 2 through 8 for an interception is just insanity. Oh, boy. All right. Well, the Niners have a turnover and will get at their own 45. So, excellent field position. So, I'm going to, at that point now where I'm just going to roll this off camera. And, folks, that was the opening possession. Went the way you expected, with the Niners executing flawlessly and the Cowboys just shooting themselves in the foot. Huh, no wonder they haven't been to a conference title game since '95. Who knew? Well, anyways, let's move on to the next highlight. So, roll whatever happens next, whether they score or if Dak is Dak again. Whatever that's supposed to mean, I don't know. Oh, look! The Niners are moving again. They made it to the 14. What else is new? Of course they did, because Dallas's defense is having trouble covering them. 1st and 10 from the 14. They're going to miss this pass, too. 6 on a flat. That goes for 6 yards to Juwan Jennings. He's up to the 8. Second down. This actually gets seen, believe it or not. 6 on an off-tackle run, but it doesn't matter because McCaffrey gets 4, and that's enough to move to chains. It'll be 1st and goal right from the 4. Dallas's defense is struggling really hard right now. All right, Tyler Croft, where are you? I know you're the blocking back. There you are. All right, you're coming in. Juwan Jennings going to have a seat, and it's 1st and goal from the 4. 5. Uh-oh, that's the fumble roll. And there you go. 2 through 9? Oh, my God. Dallas, what are we doing here? 10 or 11? Whew, okay. It's a 1-yard gain unless... Oh, of course, the Cowboys committed a penalty. Nice. So they ended up committing a personal foul penalty on top of that. Probably a face mask. So McCaffrey gets a yard, and then it's half the distance to the goal, so we'll put it at the 2. And we get to do 1st and 10, do it again. Okay. This time from the 2, not the 4. 10 on an off tackle, and there's a touchdown! McCaffrey with his 2nd of the game. It's a 2-yarder this time around, but we take those here. Very nice drive yet again. Okay, don't miss the extra point again, Robbie Gould. Wait a minute. Okay, penalty means nothing, and on top, but he almost missed it again. Robbie Gould is having some issues here. He makes this extra point, but barely. But yikes, he is struggling a little bit here. Doesn't matter because the Niners end up scoring. They take the Prescott interception and turn it into a touchdown on a 2-yard Christian McCaffrey run, and it's 13-0 just like that. Ugh. Cowboys not showing up at all. No wonder they're a 7 seed. They need to pick this up, or we're going to have ourselves another embarrassment. Seriously, you guys did this once before in week 1. We don't need to have another one, okay? Come on, fellas, pick it up. Or else I'm just going to point and laugh. And we all will, too, for that matter. Unless you're a Cowboys fan, then you're hating this, but not my problem. All right, nobody heard that. Wow, we picked a good time to end the first quarter. It's 13-0 San Francisco, but the Cowboys just made it to the red zone. So we will definitely be staying with this here. So the Cowboys look to score finally for the first time tonight. It's 1st and 10 at the 15. Can they do it, or will Dak screw up again? Or somebody else, who knows? All right, 1st and 10. Niners see this flat pass coming. 10. And they apparently didn't see that it went to Tony Pollard because he just catches it, takes it undefended, and scores a touchdown. It would have gone for 27, but Pollard just needed 15 to make it to the end zone. So that's what we're giving him. But there you go. I guess the answer was, yeah, Dallas is not screwing up. At least on that. Brett Maher with the extra point. Sorry, Brandon Aubrey fans, he's not in this version, but at least Maher did you proud and made the extra point. So there you go. Dallas's turn to go down the field. And we picked a good moment to do it as Tony Pollard catches a 15-yard TD pass, completely untouched, from Dak Prescott, who makes up for his earlier pick. And Dallas gets on the board 13-7. Okay, so there you go. They did do, in fact, have it in them. I believe that is more than the first time they played. I know they scored 25 the last time we have them. So, you know what? There you go. Already improving from week 1. Now, can they just get a win? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But nevertheless, we are 14:45 left in the first half. And at least Dallas is now making this competitive. So, 49ers, we'll see what you can do here. Or not. Who knows? We'll find out together, I guess. All right. We have arrived at 4th and 8. This should be a no-brainer Robbie field goal attempt, but he missed an extra point earlier, remember. This is definitely not a gimme. You know what? I'm going to risk it and go for it. We're going to risk it and go for it on 4th and 8, because why not? All right, 4th and 8. Niners will try to go for it, and they'll make it and get a touchdown because I rolled a long gain. Oh, my God, are you kidding me? Purdy just decided to chuck it up to Ayuk deep because why not? And somehow it worked out for a 31-yard reception. The minimum I could roll for on long gains is 35, so I don't need to do that. So, wow. 4th and 7 at 8, and my man just chucks it deep to Ayuk for a TD. Good grief. Robbie Gould does make the extra point, so at least he's kicking efficiently. But man, oh man, I did not see that coming. 4th and 8, and all Brock Purdy does is hit Brandon Ayuk for a 31-yard TD pass. And it's 20-7. Oh my goodness. Sometimes you just get lucky. And that was one of them. Oh, man. And how about those Niners? They are dominating right now offensively. Dallas's defense just cannot stop them at all. They're just running wild. In fact, it feels like the only people that can stop the Niners are themselves so far. So we'll see if this continues or if this is just going to... or if Dallas can somehow respond here. Oh, man. But, yeah, this is not... Dallas needs to pick it up defensively or this is going to be a train wreck. So I guess they're copying and pasting this year's team. Okay, that makes sense in 2020 for the 2022 team. Works for me. Or not. I don't know. Well, it did not take Dallas very long to respond because the first play of this drive, they just chucked a 38-yard bomb to CeeDee Lamb. And, well, here we are, 1st and 10 at the 14. Yep, that just happened. Oh, that's just wonderful. All right. 1st and 10 at the 14. Cowboys are already threatening. 8 on a line buck. That goes nowhere. Sorry, Tony Pollard, but I'm afraid you're not going anywhere. Ugh. 2nd down and 10. Okay, now we're playing the pass. 5 on a flat. And that's only going for 5 yards. So Dalton Schultz is halfway there. Okay. 3rd and 5. 3 on a flat. And not only does CeeDee Lamb have a short gain and the 1st down, that means he has a touchdown. 9 yards out. Minimum I can roll is 10, by the way. But we take those, and CeeDee Lamb finds the end zone for the first time today. Started this drive with a 38-yard completion, ends it with a 9-yard TD catch. Love to see it. Oh, Brandon Maher almost missed the extra point, but what's this penalty? Nothing! The Niners were offsides. I'm not going to, well, I'll enforce it on the try, but that's nothing really here. And wouldn't you know it, Dallas did in fact respond to the 49er touchdown with a huge drive of their own, capped off of a 9-yard TD pass from Dak Prescott to CeeDee Lamb. And it's 20-14. My goodness. So it's going to be one of those games where it's probably going to be a shootout. Oh, okay. So basically it's a Big 12 game. Gotcha. Oh, I suppose we had to have one of these. So, yeah, only 7:15 remaining, and both teams are just scoring like crazy. So we'll see if this continues or if somebody's going to finally punt. We have had 0 punts so far. Yeah, it's going to be one of these games, isn't it? All right. Next. Okay, so clearly I jinxed both teams because we finally had a punt. It was a 4th and 23, but you know what? So be it. Anyways, I'm picking the game back up with 2.5. Everybody's got their timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning, which is about to come up. So 1st and 10 here from the Dallas's own 12. 5 on a line buck. Uh-oh, this is a fumble roll, isn't it? Oh, just a 2. We're fine. Maybe. Yeah, we're fine. It's a loss of just a loss of 1, nothing big, and there's your 2-minute warning. So Pollard goes backwards and loses a yard. Okay. 2nd and 11 now. Niners will play to pass. 4 on a flat. Uh-oh, is this a 2 or 12? I mean, it's not bad. No. What's the penalty? Against the Niners, they were offsides. Oh, that sucks. All right, 2nd and 6. We need Michael Gallup in, by the way. Okay. 2nd and 6, meanwhile. It's to the receiver, to Noah Brown. Who's going to get 15 in the 1st? Nice. And he went out of bounds, so he stops the clock. Good job, Noah Brown. You did well. Everything going right for the Cowboys on that one. All right, 1st and 10 from the 31. 9 off flat. To the receiver, to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to go backwards and lose 2. And I'm going to say he did not go out of bounds because it was probably a tight end screen or something. So Oof. All right. So that sucks. So it's 2nd and 12 now. 3 and a flat. Incomplete. We're looking for CeeDee Lamb there. All right. 3rd and 12. 8 on a short. And Prescott is going to go down, albeit there is a penalty. So hold on. Let's deal with the sack first. 9-yard loss, but does it stand? Yes, so Prescott loses 9. San Francisco will take a timeout. That's their first. And Samson Ebukam gets that sack. All right, so oops, spelled his name wrong. Ebukam gets the sack. Niners stop the clock as they took a timeout. And now look, it's Dallas' turn to punt. Isn't that wonderful? 4th and 16 for housekeeping's sake, but 17, excuse me. Oh, nope, 16. No, even worse, 21. Ugh, 4th and 21. Well, I guess we're not going for it now. I mean, I could, but that's probably a bad idea. Meanwhile, 51-yard punt. Turned for a gain of whatever the 8 says on here. So 6. Okay. So San Fran will have it at their own 35 with 107 remaining and 2 timeouts. Okay, we could do something with this. Sure. Should be noted that Dallas gets the ball to start the second half. All right. Let me get 3 wides. Let me get Kittle, Samuel, McCaffrey, Purdy, of course. All right. Okay, let's see what we can do from the 35. 1st and 10. Eight on a flat to start us off to the receiver, to Juwan Jennings. And he gets 6 and goes out of bounds. Okay. Second and 4. 3, and that's going to yield a short gain if it holds. Deebo Samuel has 17. And forget it. Offsetting penalties against both teams. That play is completely wiped out, so we're doing it again, only with 7 fewer seconds. Repeat 2nd and 4. Flat pass goes for 6 in the first to George Kittle. He goes out of bounds at the 47. All right, 1st and 10. 2, this time on a short. Okay, we have a penalty too. 2 through 4 or 12 is a 12-yard gain. Everything else incomplete. That's what it is. And what's this penalty roll? Incomplete pass it is to Kittle. Oof. All right, 2nd down here. $12 on a flat, incomplete again. We're looking for Ayuk. No, Samuel, excuse me. 3rd down and 10. 3 on a short. Oh, that's the wrong one. Incomplete if it holds. Ouch. It will. Incomplete. We were looking for McCaffrey on that one and found nothing. So 4th down means a punt is coming. Yeah, from the 47, we got to do it. Uh-oh. If this is an X, I'll call it a block. No, yeah. And it's fine. It clears the block, but 22 yards is what this punt is going for. That was a very bad time for that. Ouch. Returned for a gain of... Oh, that could be bad. No, it's a fair catch. Okay. I mean, it was so short, and yeah, I don't blame Cavante Turpin for taking the fair catch there. All right. All right, Cowboys have all their timeouts and just 15 seconds to really do anything here, but they got some good field position, kind of, at the 31. I'll see what I can do here. I mean, I've got all 3 timeouts, so why not? T.Y. Hilton's making an appearance. No running backs. We're just going to straight up chuck it. First and 10 from the 31. Let's try it. 6 on a long. Oh, no. This is really bad. 2 through 7. Whoop. There it is. And it's intercept. Wait a minute. Wait. Screwed up. You know what? I don't even know. Reroll. Sorry, I was not paying attention. Reroll because I goofed up. Never mind. It's an... Okay, it's going to go down as an incompletion. My bad. Sorry, I need some more light up in here, so we'll make a note of that. But incomplete to T.Y. Hilton there. Okay. Second attempt. 7 on a long. And that's going to go down as a sack. Oof. 4-yard sack. And the Niners will screw with them and have them take a timeout. That's their second. Javon Kinlaw gets that sack. I guess they want them to run one more play here, so here we go. Fine. If you're going to make me do it, then so be it. Eight on a long. Now I'm not know what card. You just wanted Dak to throw another interception, did you? Okay, 2 through 9. It's happening. Okay, now we have an interception. I think that made up for the last one. Brilliant. Okay, 2 or a 12. This is a touchdown. Everything else, probably not. No, it's not. Woof. But it's a 20-yard return, so it would have gone to the 36, but alas, that's how the half ends. You just wanted me to throw another Dak interception, didn't you? Yeah, I see what you're doing here. Intended for T.Y. Hilton. Dak just threw another interception. This time to, oh, well, there's whoever the 5th cornerback is, basically. No, 4th, excuse me. Let's see, 3, 4, so... Tavarius Moore would have been the one that was in coverage there, so he gets credit for the interception. Okay, we'll say he was the one that did it, the 4th corner. Otherwise, that is how the half ends with a with another Dak interception. What else is new? All right, but it's 20-14 regardless, so this is a pretty competitive game. Somewhat of an offensive slugfest here, so we'll take it. And apparently I need some more light, so I'll address that in a minute here. But let's go over the first half stats here, shall we? Brock Purdy was 19-28, 214 already? Wow, not bad. And a touchdown, no picks, cough, cough. Ooh, excuse me. McCaffrey had 49 yards rushing with 2 TDs. Also caught 48 yards worth of balls. Brandon Ayuk has a lone TD on that impressive 4th and 8. He's 3 for 55. Jennings is 5 for 50. George Kittle, 5 for 44. I mentioned Robbie Gould missed an extra point earlier, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him or not. And the defense is doing okay. 3 sacks and 2 interceptions. Should have been 1, but reasons. Oh, man. Hate to see it. On the visitor side, Dak is 15-20, 161, threw 2 picks and 2 touchdowns. Okay, so typical Dak Prescott game. Got it. They've done nothing on the ground as the Niners' impressive run defense has put the clamps on them. CeeDee Lamb is 4 for 62 and a touchdown. Tony Pollard is 3 for 38 in the touchdown. He's doing pretty good. No defensive stats, except they have more injuries than defensive stats. That's wonderful. I guess it's the way it goes sometimes, so yeah, that should tell you how well Dallas's defense is doing too, as in they ain't doing nothing. So there you go, 20-14, Dallas leads. Well, Dallas trails, excuse me, but they're about to get the ball to start the second half, so we'll see if they can catch back up here and take the lead, or if the Niners can pull this one out. Very competitive game from Santa Clara here. So, in this wild card berth, again, if Dallas wins, they're taking a trip to Detroit. If San Fran wins, they'll host one of 3 teams, which we'll see at the end of this episode who that could be. So, bring on the second half. 20-14, San Fran leads. All right, we are back. Okay, now I can actually see. Bravo. Get it from the 3. And let's see. What back? Number 1? Yeah, number 1 back. So let's see here. And you have 63 yards. Oh my goodness. Vontae Turpin gets it all the way to 66. The 34. Oh my goodness. And that's actually where we start. Okay. I'm bringing in Zeke Elliott and 2 tight ends because I can. Well, actually, we'll leave it like this. 1st and 10. Six on a line block. Just a yard for Zeke Elliott. Oof. Everybody's got their timeouts back, by the way. Cool. 2nd and 9. Eight on a flat. To the receiver, to Dalton Schultz. And he gets nothing, incomplete. 3rd and 9. Oof. 3 on a short, and that's a 13-yard gain. 1st down. CeeDee Lamb. Well, you know things are going great for you when you start the second half with a 63-yard kickoff return. Yeah, that if that doesn't scream good way to start the second half, I don't know what does. All right, Dallas with a chance to take the lead, 1st and 10 at the 20 already, and they didn't even waste too much time, only a minute and a half to get here. All right, 7 on a flat. Michael Gallup finally catches a pass, and it goes for 5 yards. Welcome to the game, buddy. All right, so Dallas kind of picking up right where they left off here. 2nd and 5. This gets missed. Yes, they're trying to let Zeke Elliott run, and oh, it worked. Okay, he got 7 yards in the first. Okay, so it's going to be 1st and goal to go. Ezekiel Elliott gets 7. Gallup goes out. Jake Ferguson comes in, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. 12 on a line buck that was seen. And Zeke Elliott has himself a touchdown. It's a short gain, but the minimum I can roll is 10, so we're not going to go there. There you go. Just when apparently everything I say is turning into a curse, because I said Dallas had no running game. And sure enough, that just happened. Wonderful. This extra point is actually to take the lead, believe it or not. Remember, San Fran missed a kick earlier. I would say it's good, but not quite. Now it's good for Brett Maher, and the Cowboys have the lead. Yeah, I mentioned that 66-yard kickoff return. Great way to start the drive. And it culminates with an 8-yard TD run from Ezekiel Elliott. And Dallas has a 1-point lead just like that. Huh. Well. It's going to be one of those games, I take it. So Dallas now claims a 1-point lead. And it turns out that missed extra point is now looming large after all. But Dallas, it did not take them very long. Barely 3 minutes, not even. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. Well, we'll see if San Fran can respond or if Dallas's defense can finally wake up and actually do stuff. We'll see something. I don't know. All right. 8 yards in the back of the end zone. Oh, boy. Aha! And look at this. Dallas is threatening yet again. Niners couldn't do anything. And then proceeded to kick one of the worst punts of all time. It really went 9 yards. I don't know what the punter was thinking, but yeah, that we could have done without that. Long story short, it's now 1st and 10 from the 18 here as the Cowboys have it and are driving slowly. 1st and 10. Niners are going to miss this Tony Pollard run. Never mind. 2 through 7. Instead, it's actually a fumble. And yeah, they do get it. Oh my God, the freaking Niners, that is. Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart there. No return, though. Oh, Tony Pollard, what the heck? So the Cowboys were about to drive, and then they basically cowboyed themselves. Isn't that nice? Tony Pollard with a costly fumble. All right, let's see. Anybody forced it, so one of 3 running backs. So let's see. Try to figure out who forced it. We'll say Fred Warner was the one that forced it. And Eric Armstead was the one that recovers it. All right, so the Niners are now back in business as Fred Warner strikes again, apparently. Forcing a fumble, doing what he does best. And that's shutting down, well, literally everything and anything in his path, because that's what he does. Good job, Fred Warner. And the Niners have it at their own 17 as a result. So that Dallas drive got cut off really quickly. Jeez. All right, well, I guess we're back, and it's still 21-20 Dallas as they the Niners are still trailing here, but are trying to drive. So we'll see if they can do it, or if this next highlight is another Dallas embarrassment, because why not? Wow, the Dallas is back in the red zone just like that as the Niners do nothing with the Tony Pollard fumble. Speaking of which, he'll get this off-tackle run. 1st and 10. Seeing if maybe they can end the 3rd quarter on a high note or if he'll do it again. No, he won't. Instead, what he's doing is gaining exactly 1 yard. Not exactly how we would have drawn it up, but alas, here we are. Speaking of drawing things up, I did not expect... Well, okay, that wasn't a scoreless quarter. Dallas did score a touchdown, but alas, the Niners did nothing. 21-20 as we enter the 4th quarter. Exactly, and we'll see if the Cowboys can pull this off. They are still in it. This is still anyone's game, believe it or not, here. Cowboys, meanwhile, are driving as it's 2nd and 9 at the 14, so we'll see if they can score to conclude this drive. 8 on a flat. We'll address the penalty in just a minute, but it's going Dalton Schultz. It's incomplete if it holds. And the Niners committed a penalty. Oh, great. Okay. Okay. Defensive pass interference against... Wait a minute. No. I read the wrong one. My apologies. It's actually a personal foul against the Niners. So it's half the distance to the goal and an automatic first down. Nice going, guys. You really just had to do something stupid. All right, 1st and goal from the 7. We could have really have done without that, you know. All right, in comes Jake Ferguson for Michael Gallup. We'll keep Tony Pollard in there for a minute. All right, 1st and 10. 2 tight ends are in. San Fran sees this run. Oh, so close for Tony Pollard. He's a yard short, but he got really close. It's 2nd and 1 now, and now Zeke Elliott is coming in. See if we can finish this off. 2nd and 1. 9. Does he get there? Yes! Touchdown! Zeke Elliott finishes the job from a yard out. His 2nd TD of the game. And it is 27-21. 20. Dallas leads. And I think I'm going to go for 2 here. Let's see if I can push it to a 2-score game. So let's see if I can get a little bit greedy. I don't normally do this, but I think in this case I'll make an exception. All right. Yeah, we'll do Ferguson. All right. 2-point conversion to make it a 9-point game. We just need 2 yards. And we got it. Ferguson would have gotten 7, but we just need 2, and there's your 2-point conversion. Success. Good job. And Dallas does, in fact, take a 29-22 score lead. An impressive drive gets capped off with a 1-yard TD run to Zeke Elliott. That's his 2nd of the game, believe it or not. Makes up for the earlier fumble. And Dallas now leads by 9. And to think, they were down 13-0 at one point, and now all of a sudden, San Fran's offense has just sputtered. Not a good time, but they still got 14 minutes to pull this one off if they can. So we'll see if they can do it or if more shenanigans will brew. So still anyone's game here. Let's see what happens. Once again, the Cowboys are in the red zone. What is going on here? Freaking Cowboys are just destroying the Niners in this second half. Good grief. Anyways, it's 1st and 10 from the 20. See if what Tony Pollard can do on this carry. How about absolutely nothing? Okay, that's nice. All right, 2nd down here and 10. We'll see this flat pass to Dalton Schultz coming. And it goes for 5 yards. Okay, Dalton Schultz for 5. That brings up a 3rd down and 5 here. You know what? Sure, we'll do it. All right, 3rd and 5. All right, it's a 10-yard completion if it holds. And it will not, because the Cowboys just gave those 5 yards back. Why? Just why? Oh, man. 3rd and 10 now. Well, that sucked. False start, by the way. All right, 3rd and 10. And because of that, Dak Prescott is getting sacked. Ouch. Loss of 7 on the play. I believe Nick Bosa is going to get credit for the sack since that corresponds with, yep, a star. That's on Bosa, so Nick Bosa gets credit for the sack. His 1st of the game, 4 for the 49ers. And Brett Maher is going to have to kick a field goal as a result because we ain't going for no 4th and 17. Oh, that's insanity. All right, Brett Maher from 44. Kick is up, and let's see. It is good. Okay, there we go. So Brett Maher is able to salvage that drive with a nice 3-point play, and Dallas extends their lead to 32 to 12. 32-20. Dallas leading. All right, so at least the Niners defense stepped up towards the end there, but they're not doing anything at all right now. It's just is not good. The Niners have not scored a single point this half, which means now that I've said that, they probably will, but nevertheless, they've got 8:15 to actually do so, and a few more, so we'll see if they can recover or if Dallas is going to be scoring yet again or something along those lines. We'll see. How about a 3rd and 4? 10 on a flat. Oh, no. 2 through 4. Nope. Incomplete to Samuel here. And the Niners have opted to go for it. 4th and 4. All right, we're doing this. 4th and 4. Oh, this is a huge risk, but if it works, they're still in it. If not, this could be really bad. All right, 4th and 4. Wasn't that just wonderful? And it's an incomplete pass. Turnover on downs. Intended for George Kittle. And it's a turnover on downs, but someone on Dallas's team is gone. 8 for 9. Oh, geez. Now Dallas loses their other safety, Javon Curse, for this game and the next one. Speaking of losing, yeah, Dallas is going to get this one at the 26. So that we lose possession there. We will stick with this here. I mean, that was a risk. I mean, what Niners offense is just going completely cold after a white-hot opening. Jeez. It's like they can't even do anything right now. All right, 1st and 10 here for Dallas. We're going to run with Ezekiel Elliott. Do this. All right, 1st and 10. The Niner 26. Ugh. 10 on line buck. And Elliott gets 3 to start us off. Second down and 7. All right, we'll do it again. 10. Elliott for 2. Okay. 3rd and 5 it is. 9 on a flat. To the receiver, to Dalton Schultz. And he gets a 1st down. 7 yards. Okay, 1st and 10. 6, rolling on their card. Just a yard for Elliott. Gets down to the 13. 2nd down. This actually will get missed. 11 on a flat. And it goes for a short gain. Could it be? Yes, it's a touchdown! Cowboys catch the Niners napping on a play action, and Prescott finds CeeDee Lamb for his 3rd touchdown of the pass of the game. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. Extra point is good, and the Cowboys just keep extending their lead. The Niners tried to go for it on 4th down. They failed, and that risk blows up completely in their face as culminating in a Dak Prescott 13-yard TD pass to CeeDee Lamb. Second time those two have scored today, and Dallas is now just running away with this one, 39-20. It is not looking good for the Niners at all, and they are just getting absolutely devastated. They haven't scored once this half, which is just shocking. My goodness, so much for that offensive explosion. All right, we will stick with it, because if the Niners don't score in this position, you can pretty much turn off the lights in this game. And Dallas will be making that trip to Detroit. All right, let's see what we got. Touchback. Okay, we're starting at the 25 here. We got 4:15 to do something. Anything, really. All right. 1st and 10 from their own 25 here. Yeah, Dallas is going to be playing the pass all the way, so 9 on a short. We'll start to the receiver, to Ayuk. And he gets 14 to start us off. Okay, there we go. So Ayuk for 14 to start this drive. All right, 1st and 10. 12 on a short, and it's, well, I was going to say Kittle for 10, but opponent number 2, so the Cowboys are adding some more. How about that? Yeah, how about a personal foul penalty? So let's add 15 to that. So Kittle, that's going to go to the 36. So Kittle gets 10, and then we're going to throw on 15 more because someone on the Cowboys went a little bit too nuts. Probably one of the backup safeties. That's what did it. Ugh, of course. All right, 1st and 10 from the 36 of Dallas. 6. Purdy's going to have to take off and run. Roll low. Roll low, I should say. And he's only going to have 5 unless... Nope, he's just going to have 5, and that's not going to help. All right, 2nd and 5. 3 on a long. No. No. Intended for Ayuk. All right, 3rd and 5 here. 6 on a flat, and there's your 6-yard completion, 1st down. Okay, so that's 6 to Samuel. First and 10. Next play will yield a 2-minute warning. Let's see, 9 on a short. To the receiver, to Samuel. And he gets nothing, incomplete. And sure enough, that brings up the 2-minute warning here. Oh dear. Okay, 2nd and 10. 8 on a short, incomplete, looking for Ayuk. 3rd down and 10. 6 on a flat. That's only going for 6 yards to McCaffrey, who fortunately goes out of bounds. All right, 4th and 4. This is essentially for the game. Wait, 19. Okay, so we do need 3 scores now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm actually going to kick the field goal here. All right, so Robbie Gould is going to try a 36-yarder. I mean, we need 2 onside kicks anyway, so why not? So 36-yarder for Robbie Gould. Kick is up, and it is good. Okay, there you go. Robbie Gould connects on a short field goal there, and finally, after what seemed to be an eternity, the Niners score a field goal. Yeah, I know. Whoop-de-doo. They kind of need touchdowns here, but don't worry. They can probably look to get one here. So 29-23. Niners are down by 2 scores here with 1:37 remaining in all their timeouts. So you know what time it is. It's onside kick time. 2, 3, 11, 12. That's what we're looking for here. Anything else, Dallas gets it. So onside kick attempt is, well, no. Unless opponent number 2. Hold on a minute. Apparently there was a illegal block there. So it's a 15-yard penalty. The kick will be redone. So basically I just got to subtract 15 from what it says here. Okay, try this again. Oh yeah, I don't think any time it goes. 2, 3, 11, or 12. This time with 15 yards subtracted or added, and no. So let's see. Recovered by offense on own 40-yard line, but because of the earlier penalty, that's now the 25. Okay. Well, that's just wonderful. All right, San Fran has all 3 timeouts. Basically, 1 first down ends the game. All right, so we know that that's kind of the situation here. So let's see. Bringing Tony Pollard to start here. All right, prepare for some runs. 1st and 10. $12 on a line buck. That's not the time to be giving that up. Short gain. And Pollard gets 20 yards as he hits the jackpot. 1st down. Oh, man. That sucked. That absolutely sucked. And the Niners took a timeout. That's their first. 1st and 10. Oh. Fumble roll. 2 through 7. No, it's a 1-yard loss. And then they're going to have to take another timeout. That's their second. All right, 2nd and 11. Again, 1st down ends the game. Now I'm pretty certain it does. Another yard loss for Pollard, and that's going to take away San Fran's last timeout. 3rd and 12. I don't know why they're doing this, but okay. 8 on a short. And Dak Prescott's going to take a sack, because why not? Loss of 4 on the play. Actually, that's not the worst thing ever. We're down to 45 seconds. So that is not the worst thing ever. Meanwhile, Fred Warner just picked up his 2nd sack of the game. So yeah, that does help. All right, 4th and 16, but we're clearly not going to go for it. Punt time. It's going to go for 50. From the 11, returned for a gain of... Oh, no. Oh, no. I know what this means. Yep, Ray-Ray McCloud catches it, loses a yard, and it's a fumble! And that's how the Niners season ends, ladies and gentlemen, with a special teams blunder. Oh, no, don't tell me. I don't think that's going anywhere. No. Okay, so that goes for no gain, but of course it's a special teams blunder. Oh. Ray-Ray McCloud fumbles away the kickoff, the punt return, and that's the way their season ends, with a giant FUD. Dak Prescott, take 2 knees, and this. And ladies and gentlemen, somehow the Dallas Cowboys win a playoff game in our playthrough. So one more win next week, and this scenario becomes completely unrealistic. And I will have to sincerely apologize to every single one of you for the horrors we have witnessed. As for this game, well, the Cowboys win 39-23. Next stop for them is Detroit. Next stop for the Niners is Cancun. Sorry, kids, but that's the rules. If you're done, go to Cancun. Dallas, congrats, I guess. Oh, who am I kidding? Good win. You know what? We'll just let it slide. All right. I mean, look at Dak Prescott's game. This is just madness. So we go over the final stats. He was 30 of 36 for 290, 3 TDs, threw 2 picks, including one at the end of the first half, which was hilarious. But hey, he kept all the turnovers down, and he was just surgical, so I cannot complain at all. Good job, Dak. You did good things. Tony Pollard was 16 of 54, lost a fumble. Zeke Elliott got 39 yards and 2 TDs. Meh, kind of okay, but you know what? It's fine. CeeDee Lamb, 8 for 113 and 2 TDs. Excellent game for him. Tony Pollard did catch a touchdown pass. Not really too much doing with all the other receivers. And I mentioned the special teams blunder. That's just hilarious on their behalf. So good job, Dallas. I can't say the same for the 49ers. Purdy had that hot start, but then cooled off dramatically and just goes 25 for 35, 262 and a TD. McCaffrey has 62 yards rushing and 2 TDs, also caught 54 yards. And then, Brandon Ayuk caught a long TD, but 5 for 71, but nobody really did anything significant. Robbie Gould did miss an extra point, though. That was kind of funny. And then the defense got 5 sacks, a forced fumble, and 2 interceptions. But once again, the 49ers season ends in disappointment. 39-23. Dallas, as I mentioned, is guaranteed a trip to Detroit next week, where hopefully the Lions can help me out and prevent them from making the NFC Championship. Or I'm going to have to do like a long apology video or something for making this completely unrealistic. The Niners, for the second season in a row, are one and done, and you will be taking a one-way trip to Cancun. Or wherever I feel like dumping you for this atrocity. Depends on what happens next week. So, speaking of which, we should probably, before I take the stage, we should probably see how the rest of this week went. So with that being said, roll those beautiful wild card footage or whatever and show us the updated playoff bracket while we're at it, please. Really? Just one home team makes it. Really? Hey, at least I eliminated the Bills, okay? That's all that matters. Well, it happens, I guess. And sure enough, the team that ended up, the only home team that made it was our defending champion, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So they're somehow still alive. Okay, makes sense to me. But, all right, so that'll be the 8 teams that are left. And next week, Kansas City and Detroit jump into the fray to join our 6 winners. So we will see what happens next week. And I can already tell you what game we're playing. Because I can't help but notice the AFC West still has 3 teams, all 3 teams that they entered remaining. One of them's guaranteed to go down, and I think we're going to play that matchup. Denver, LA Chargers, get ready. You're under the spotlight for next week, so we will check that matchup out down in SoFi Stadium in LA. And then we'll see what happens with the NFC in the meantime. And then we'll get our conference championships afterwards. So sit tight. This is going to get wild. I mean, it already has been. I mean, it's called the wild card round for nothing. So that's going to do it for me. Thank y'all so much for watching. You know what buttons to hit. And I will see you on the next time for the divisional round. And remember, there's only one rule and one rule only we need to follow. Don't get eliminated. Which is, I guess 6 teams didn't get the memo, but oh well. They can figure it out once they get to Cancun. All right, peace out, y'all.